Good morning. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the FactSite database that we have available here in the library. I'd like to show you some of the main features of the database and also how it can be incorporated into pretty much any class that we have here at Liberty High School. So first of all, if you look at the homepage, you can see it's broken down into categories. Easy to navigate, easy to find, easy to see. You know straight away, obviously, what each category is about. Nice, bright, colourful pictures, user-friendly and appealing to students. We have a search bar at the top where you can select different categories. So if you're looking for somebody in particular, you can use that to get there quickly. So the first category I'd like to go to is FactSite 123, and this has science, it has biographies, planets, animals, countries, landmarks. But what you'll notice on this one is that the articles are fairly simple and they're short. So these would be ideal for ESL students, special ed students, inclusion classes. If we click on the White House down here, you'll see some basic questions with answers, pictures, and for each one, there is also a citation, and that applies to the whole website, to the whole database, sorry. So that's a really useful feature for our students, especially those who struggle with creating citations. So if we go back again, you can see we have biography for beginners. So this has a whole host of articles on different people, everything from political leaders, journalists, presidents, people from history, musicians. So again, this could be used for any kind of research or inquiry project for music classes, for theatre classes, art classes, English, science. Down here we have African American leaders, notable Hispanic Americans, women who made a difference. So we have a class here at Liberty on women in history, so that would be great for them. And what I also like here is the fact that it breaks it down by country of birth if you're looking for people from a specific area. And if you click on the category, you'll find a list of people all in alphabetical order, and then it gives you an article on them, and it gives it in chronological order again with a citation at the bottom. So if we go back to the home page again, you'll see that we have US and world biography. Similar thing, all biographies, but again, it breaks it down into more detail this time, and it has more categories. So again, if you're looking for dancers, sports figures, if you're in a PE class, and this one breaks it down by state as well, which is really nice. So if obviously we're in Virginia, you can click on Virginia and it will give you notable people from Virginia in a whole host of categories. And then you have them there again by subheading and also in alphabetical order. And each one comes with a picture and a citation at the bottom. We also have biographies listed by nationality and then also by subject. So if you are music class and you're looking at having your pianist, research fellow pianist, then here you go, whole list of notable pianists there. If you are doing jazz, down here we have magic. Music, we have nursing. We do have a nursing class here at Liberty, so they could look up notable nurses. Civil rights movement, we have chemistry, botany, different religions, psychiatry. We do have a psychology class, AP psychology, so you could research notable people in the field of psychology. So if we go back again, shapers of society, similar, again, 101 people who have shaped our society. Again, we have the find bar at the top. This one, you have a timeline of different people who have been notable throughout history, as well as then a list of people at the top. And I'm going pretty fast here. But for each one, you can click on the blue and it gives you a more detailed article on people who were influential in that field. Here we have sports, great for our people who are interested in athletics, but not just your average everyday sports. We also have curling here, which is always a hit during the Olympics. We have soccer, obviously we have the World Cup going on at the minute. Weightlifting, wheelchair sports, which is really fascinating to read. Rodeo, some of our kids like to go to the PBR event, so that might be interesting to them. So again, this is pretty far reaching, and hopefully if you're doing any kind of research topic, there'll be something here for everybody. World mythology, we do have a mythology class at Liberty, so that would be helpful for that. It's broken down by Greek gods, Roman gods. You have special topics. You can search by subject down here. World mythology, where you can click on the map and look at different people and events, figures from all forms of mythology. Also for 9th grade, when they do Adventures of Ulysses, that would be helpful. You could use it as a starting point for students who know nothing about mythology, just to get them accustomed to the subject. You could do stations, research. You could show this up on the projector. just to introduce a whole host of topics. American history. Here we have people, events, we have different landmarks that are important, founding documents, so again, some primary sources there, the US government. We do have a US government class, so that would be helpful there. Again, as starting points, research stations, different political fields, wars, people in the US, natural resources, science and technology. So there is a great deal of information on here about different types of science, business and industry. We do have a business class as well. So if you wanted to come on here and look up real estate, retail industries, trade, corporations, agriculture, and we do again have agricultural classes. So you could go on here and it gives you different topics, people, cotton, farm prices, meat packing, migrant workers, and again, different people from that field. And if we go back again, this is one of my favorites, defining moments in American history. You have different defining moments. If I go to September 11th, that was a definite defining moment for me. You have the topic in depth, various articles about the moment itself, from all sorts of perspectives. Here we have personal perspectives, the investigations, the legacy. Then we have a timeline. And if you click on that, there is a really detailed timeline, and where it says learn more, you can actually click on that and it takes you to another more detailed article. Here we have topic spotlights, and then primary sources, really, really useful for our students to be using primary sources, obviously really reliable sources. A lot of them are pictures, videos, we have articles, speeches, and then if we keep going down, biography of different people involved in the event, a glossary of people, places, and terms. And this I thought was really useful. If you click on this, if a student wanted to do a research topic on September 11th, but they really didn't know where to begin, it's just something that interests them, then this actually gives them about 10 different topics that they could use as their research. And again, they have a citation at the bottom, and then resources for further study. So if this was something that really struck their interest, it gives you different books and sources that they could use to get more information than is on the database. So if we go back again, science and technology, huge wealth of information here on science. You've got the scientific method, physics, chemistry, biology. If we click on chemistry here, again, great for introducing new topics, great for research, great for follow-up on different topics, great for sort of cementing the information after it's been taught. Chemistry tables, different terms, and this gives you an article on what it is and also a definition. And then we keep going down to the bottom. Oh, yep. Back again to the home page and countries and cultures. So you can look up different countries here, different cultures from history, different countries from around the world. World Cup fever is struck here. So if we click on Russia, it gives you information about the country, maps, flags, pictures, all different kinds of foods, festivals. So it's not just factual information, it's about education, daily life, culture, the arts, down here, government. If you were doing the United States, you could obviously do the United States government. That again ties in with one of our classes, infrastructure, the economy, history, population. Okay, so you've got pretty much every country in the world there. And then the last one, essential information. This is great, again, just an overview for a ton of different topics. If you're a theatre teacher, they have here music, dance, theatre. If you teach art, we have photography, painting, sculpture, drawing. We do have a film study class here. And if you click on it, it gives you an overview of different elements of film, foreign films, essential films, directors, resources, and then a timeline of history, which again would be great at the start of that class to introduce students to a new topic. A couple of things to show you overall. We obviously have the search bar at the top. At the bottom, we have some tips for teachers, which gives you links to SOL standards down here. Every article can be read to students. If I click on a random one here, you will see that it has the option to have it read to students who maybe are hearing impaired or like to hear as well as read. You can print these articles and take them home. You have the reading level, so again you can go in, do some research yourself and tailor the articles to your students' abilities, a word count, and then a citation for everyone. So hopefully, as you'll see, there's a little bit of something on here for everybody.